Some of you have already spotted it in my last couple of videos. I'm playing with a new racket. But very few people have actually recognized the brand, Stiga. And in this video, I'm going to tell you all about my new racket, why I switched, and how you also can get your hands on a Stiga racket. Stiga is a Swedish company, and they are known worldwide for their table tennis products, as well as padel and badminton products. They used to have a tennis line. If the name Mats Wilander rings a bell, that was when he was a junior, and they supported him, and that also shows you that they do have a background in tennis. And the racket that I'm using, the Stiga Arena, is absolutely a testament to the quality of their products. And I'm not gonna lie, I was a little hesitant before I committed to trying the new Stiga Arena, because I figured, like, how can that racket be better than all the rackets that are already out there of companies that everybody knows? And then I got the racket, and I am the type of player, and I've done this my entire career, that if I do get a racket in my hand, I know within a couple of minutes, and then certainly within a couple of minutes of hitting with that racket, whether I like it or not. So when I first got it in my hand, the weight, the balance of the racket right away felt really, really good in my hand. And then when I played with it, the playability of it actually really surprised me. The weight is 305 grams unstrung, 10.8 ounces, and the balance point is at 322 millimeters. The string and pattern is an 18 by 20, and it's a 98 square inch racket head size. And I'm playing with a grip size number 2. And I'm playing with the Stiga Pace strings. I'm gonna tell you all about those a little later. And what appeals to me also, that the racket has a super, just very classy, classic feel. Simple black design with the stylized logo right here, right up my alley, nothing frilly, nothing fancy, and a super solid racket. And when I say solid, I mean solid. When I'm hitting with the Stiga, it's like driving a really well-engineered car. It gives you the comfort and the control. You know that you got a really solid machine under you, but it also gives you the power when you need it. And that is exactly what I think the Stiga is like. See that one, for instance, I shanked because I'm talking and hitting at the same time. But I feel like the vibration is so well absorbed that I actually don't feel it. I'm not gonna bore you with what the materials are and what the technologies are called and all of that kind of stuff, because I don't care about that. The only thing that I care about is that my arm and my shoulder is fine. And the stiffness of the racket is absolutely how I want it. It gives me enough control, but it also, when I'm shanking a couple of balls, which I do when I coach because my eyes are over on the other side, it is forgiving enough that basically it feels like I'm hitting through butter. And what more can I want? So I'm gonna pick up the pace a little bit more. Just gonna accelerate the swing a little bit more, and I immediately feel that the racket does help me in generating more pace, but I'm not missing. It's not so powerful that you're basically launching everything. All I'm feeling when I'm accelerating more, when I'm swinging faster, which is what I have to do when I want to hit a little harder, that the strings grip the ball really well, that the frame stabilizes the shot, that I don't have to worry about launching the ball. I do add more topspin when I swing faster, and the ball really gets more action on the ball. And it sits in the strings really nicely. And I also notice that when I'm hitting my slices. Yeah, they feel super crisp. They come off the strings with a lot of bite. And I don't have to hack at the ball to get that spin on the ball. That's all racket, all strings. And of course this here also works. Oh yeah. Maneuverability on volleys. For me, super important as an all-court player. I need a racket that basically is not flimsy and floppers around in my hand. I need a racket that's solid when I'm up here. And this is really crisp. It's light enough for me. It's not head heavy, which as an all-court player, again, I don't want. But then of course, when I'm back at baseline, I get enough pop that I can actually do some damage from back there. So this here feels really solid. Overheads. As you can see, I don't really hit that many that often because anything above shoulder, I'm always a little worried. But even if I mishit a couple here, which I do a lot on overheads, whoa, like that one. Yeah, it's not the racket's fault, that's my fault. But still, if I'm shanking one or two every now and then, the racket is very forgiving. It's the same thing with my serves. I don't really serve a whole lot anymore. So every time I serve, I'm actually always a little worried that my shoulder and my elbow start hurting. But what I've noticed, even though I miss a whole lot of serves, because I never serve, my elbow and my shoulder are completely fine, even though I started to pick up the pace a little bit more on my serves, and about that, I'm very, very happy. At the beginning of the video, I also said that I'm going to tell you why I switched to Stiga, and it's not just because I absolutely love the racket. That's one factor. But for me, it's super interesting to be part of the process, basically, of launching products onto a market that, yeah, is very, very competitive. And obviously, Stiga has the experience of how to do that in other racket sports. For me, I just like to learn. I've never been part of the process of launching products, of how to really promote them, of how to branch out. And Stiga is not as big of a company that it doesn't give me the opportunity to be very closely involved and right there in that process. And Stiga, by the way, does not only have the arena. The arena, I would say, though, covers a whole range of players. It gives you the comfort and the control that I believe newer players should be looking for in a racket, but it also gives you the power and yet again, the control that higher players are looking for. And here's yet another great thing about Stiga. You're being offered a 30-day trial period in which you can hit with any of the Stiga rackets. And if you don't like it, you send it back, you get a full refund, no questions asked. Obviously, as long as you don't break it, normal tear and wear is okay. You get to try the racket, and I do think you will have a great playing experience, and even better yet, if you use the link down below, because yes, I do receive commissions, you will get 15% off. And I'm sure all of us will see a whole lot more Stiga rackets out there very soon.